What's good, children, boys and girls, adults, I don't know, any age. Fuck you.
Shoes, what up?
What's good, y'all? This is Uncle Shoes. We're on that top 5 shit this week. Top 5 musical productions of all time that I myself personally have created. There's a lot of y'all that have infinitely more great things that you've created in your careers than me, but fuck y'all, we're talking about me today. Coming in at number 5, the introduction off of Jay Dilla's The Diary LP, which is the last actual album that he completely created and was finished before he left us. Jay was my man, as most of y'all know. Broke a lot of his music in Detroit. And when it came time for, I was never over there playing him my shit. I wasn't over there for that. I was over there vibing, listening to beats, smoking weed. When he was working on the Diary album, he finally asked me for some shit. It's probably like 1999. And I've seen in the basement many times where cats came through with some shit and handed it off to him. And he'd be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna check that shit out later. You know what I mean? I gave him brought the tape over his crib and he's like, all right, let's go upstairs. Sit in his living room, he puts the tape in the tape deck. I'm like, fuck, I gotta sit here with this motherfucker while he silently judges all my shit right in front of me. This is gonna be a great fucking time. It was the complete range of human emotions from, a couple of them joints got laughed at. A couple of them, oh, that's some shit, that's cool, but it wasn't enough. Very last tape on this 60-minute beat tape. Less than 4 bars in, he was like, all right, that's the one. Come dump that shit in the studio tomorrow. Went to the Studio A in Dearborn, Michigan with Ty Farrell, Jay's OG engineer for all the greatest shit you ever heard in your life. Tracked the beat out, and he ended up replaying the main sample himself. I think he used like 12 different tracks of synths to replace the sample that I used. And bang, it's the introduction on Jay Dilla's The Diary. I'm fucking honored, beyond honored. You know what I mean? That's big bro. I wasn't in it for that, I was just in it to play his shit and vibe and spread his gospel. So being able to actually be included, before he got out of here is fucking a blessing. God bless JD.
MCs wanna be me. If I spit anything, it's gonna be he.
Number 4 in House Shoes' most incredible musical creations of his career is a track off of here called Sweet, featuring my man Danny Brown. Probably my favorite Danny Brown, at least my top 3 or 4 favorite Danny Brown songs of all time. Took me forever to put my own shit out because I was too busy fucking with all y'all motherfuckers. Then I finally said, fuck that. I'm gonna get selfish and do my own shit. The one thing that was interesting was there was no session for this song. All we had was basically I don't even know if we had a wave. It might have just been like a 320 MP3. So we had to manually make an acapella. And if you heard the acapella that we created, it sounds fucking so horrible. But with that beat, you can't really tell. So I'm not a real arrogant dude when it comes to beats that I've made. But I beat the shit out of this record. But I fondled it. You feel me? Yeah. It's just fucking wild. No hook. He's just going nuts on that shit from beginning to end. You know what I mean? Really hard, grimy, punch somebody in their fucking face. Hip-hop music, you know what I mean? Gave Danny the beat, and he murdered that shit, and the rest is history. It's great. It's a great record. You should check it out. You should pay for it, though. Fuck that streaming shit. But yeah, it's a super hard joint. I wouldn't listen to it under the influence of drugs or alcohol, but maybe I would listen to it under the influence of drugs or alcohol, honestly. It's not too much. You might make some very poor decisions. He's not really talking about anything too positive on the song, you know what I mean? Slapping bitches, drugs, and fucking and all that shit. Slapping your mama, smoking blunts with your baby mama. It's fantastic. It's a great piece of it's fucking great, man. House Shoes Let It Go, number 4, featuring Danny Brown, Sweet off Let It Go, 2012. Yeah.
No one else can. Watching like the other folks, wakers on the court. And I'm number 24. Oh, y'all niggas hoes.
And number 3 is actually The Makings. House Shoes is number 3. This is the first solo record, the first record that just said House Shoes on it that I had. This is maybe 2009 or 2010, maybe 11 at the latest. But this is the first record that that the Do-Over released. If you're not familiar with the Do-Over, it was a fucking incredible party that went from like being some little teeny-weeny backyard Sunday afternoon vibes to a machine that has traveled the fucking globe and been to every major market and blown the roof off of that bitch, giving you the same vibe that you would have if you were at the party in LA. So they finally decided to make a few records back in the day, and they jumped it off with me. And there's another guy on the other side you might have heard of called Flying Lotus. Yeah, B-side. Actually, it's like a double A-side. It's not a B-side. But yeah, House Shoes and Lotus, same record. It's a flip of Curtis Mayfield's The Makings of You, and once again, I beat the shit out of it. Pete Rock used this shit for Kanye on a song called The Joy, and it was really dope. It was really, really dope. And motherfuckers on Twitter is like, man, Shoes, you beat the shit out of Pete Rock on that beat. And I'm like, yo, motherfucker, like, chill, homie. Like, don't do that. I did what I do, you know what I mean? Don't put me in no shit with the God like that. Pete Rock is Jesus Christ of beats, you know what I mean? Before JD, I said it plenty of times. Pete Rock, you know what I mean? He's got this aura behind him, you know, this light that just shines. Pete fucking Rock, man. Don't put me in no shit with that man, you know what I mean? I did beat the shit out of it. The Pete shit was fucking great too. Why is everything always gotta be, you know what I mean? Stop judging shit. Even though we're over here making lists, you know what I mean? Personally, fuck lists. But this is my top 5, you know what I mean? This shit was crazy, man. The fucking UV gloss and clear vinyl. Shit is beautiful. They went all out. You got this little sleeve, right? Like, what's going on here? I don't know what the fuck this is, but then you go in here, it's got a little sticker packet. And fucking, like, make your own personal fucking album cover. It's crazy. Shout out to the Do-Over for fucking with your boy. And shout to your boy for being dope enough to, you know, make this shit happen. House Shoes, The Makings. Number 3 on House Shoes' most incredible musical productions of his career. Top 5. Bang Bang. So number 2 is the first joint that I ever made that went around the world. And that shit went around the world before the internet. When you had to put a blank CD in the shit and burn it and put it in a fucking box and ship that shit to the country you wanted to get it to. You know what I mean? This is Elzai. So this is the first project Elzai ever did. It's called Out of Focus. Elzai was getting frustrated around that time in Detroit because, you know, a lot of people ain't shit. He was frustrated. Producers full of shit, you know what I mean? Other rappers are full of shit most of the time. And he wasn't really getting any traction. So my homie Magnetic had in-house time at the disc on the east side. And I had some beats. I had recently probably I got my MPC 3000 in 96. Started making beats, and the beats started going right to L. And it was fucking incredible, the shit we were making. It was lightning in a bottle, you know. No cliche shit. It was literally like the illest shit. This kid is one of the greatest rappers ever in the world, and it was like some real like Detroit Illmatic type shit. This shit is fucking amazing. But the joint that I'm talking about for the list, number 2, Boomerang Slang. I was working at this record shop called Melodies and Memories on the east side, right around the corner from the disc. So on the original album of Inner City Blues and Marvin shit, there's no outro really. On the greatest hits, it's like this extended version of the song that has this breakdown at the end with this like, it's fucking nuts. And I'm at the record shop putting records away, and that shit's playing, and that breakdown comes at the end, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is Marvin? I never heard this shit. It's like a $4 greatest hits record. I still have the original copy I made it with. Bought the record, took it home, made the beat that night, gave it to L the next day, and I think we were probably in the studio like a day or 2 later. And this fucking song, man, I mean, definitely one of the illest story raps you'll ever hear in your life. Definitely one of the best fucking songs you'll ever hear in your life. And yeah, man, it's crazy because we always talk about how we didn't give a fuck about, we weren't making records like trying to get rich or get a record deal, or I wasn't making beats to get placements on motherfuckers' albums. We were having fun. You You know what I mean? This shit is forever, homie. You know what I mean? Like, this is I made one of the illest songs ever. Me and Elzai. And it fucks me up to think about it like that. So yeah. Number 2, House Shoes' most fucking great productions ever in life. Elzai. Boomerang Slang. Off of Out of Focus.
This is the unfinished stories of the streets, baby. Don't get it twisted, cause the globe already does that. Live and learn, watch the earth get a turn. 360, boomerang, bout to hit a worm.
So we're back here for the grand finale.
Okay, we're done.
I already told you all about this record, so I'm just gonna tell you about the song. I had a homie, J1, the deer, the creator of the Animal Kingdom. He passed away, like, shit, it's crazy, like 8 years ago now. So he was a drummer for Dame Funk and had been around the world and had a great ear for music as well. And starting to produce. And he put together, actually it's right here. Put together this compilation called Starship 27. The beat I gave him for this was a beat called Castles. It's a flip of Jermaine Jackson's Castles of Sand off the Frontiers album. And it's like my favorite beat, you know what I mean? Real loose, crazy vibe, like in the clouds type shit. Yeah, so I gave him that for this compilation, and then when he passed away, I had the homie Jametta Rose write a song about him on it. And it's like the heaviest shit. It's funny, man, because when somebody passes and like do a song for them, you feel like it's super specific, like just to them. But it's a fucking beautiful song. I'm honored to have been the creator of that shit. I was honored for the other shit, but this is just it's like a tool, you know what I mean? Like, I created some medicine for the fucking world that will always be here. You know, that shit goes, that's like the Infamous. Like, Mobb Deep the Infamous is like my best friend musically. Anything's going on, I can always go to that motherfucking record and it's gonna make me feel that same way, that consistency, you know what I mean? It's like a safety net. That's my personal favorite record out of all genres forever. But yeah, man, like Castles, it's like a fucking safety blanket, you know what I mean? Like in those times where you really want to just sit down and listen to something that makes you think about all the people that ain't here no more. Like, we provided that canvas, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Bugs me out. So yeah, that's the grand finale. House Shoes, top 5's. My most fantastical musical creations episode. Bang bang.
Life is hard, pressing on. So when I miss you, nowhere I go. Where there's castles in the sky.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't got a song with Ono Alchemist and Rock Marciano. God bless you and your fucking, all y'all talent in the industry, but I fuck with my homies, you know what I mean? Number 1, honorable mention, it's like a top 10 list basically, right? We're just cheating. Fuck all that shit. I make beats because I like making beats. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with the rap game. It's a fucking shithole. Right. BTS. Yeah. Fuck. But you gotta be fresh though. You gotta be composed. You can't just be a fucking idiot. Count to 20, motherfucker. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Coming to my house. We'll be back here soon, yo. Peace.